Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Alexa. If you're new here, thanks for watching. Today we're just going to be doing a quick how-to of how to contour and highlight with cream products. Often using cream products is kind of intimidating, but with the right products, it's super easy, fast, and a fun way to create the look that you want, whether that be dramatic or natural. So let's just get right started. Okay, so we're going to be using a couple different products today. We're going to be using the Fit Me Maybelline Concealer, which if you want to use concealer for a contour shade, that's great. You will just want to have a shade that's about 2 to 3 shades darker than your skin tone to be able to blend it out easy. We're also going to be using the Wet n Wild Cushion Contour and the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. So there's a couple different options for those contouring shades. For highlight, we're just going to be using a concealer. To highlight with your concealer, you just want it 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. So we're going to start with highlighting our face with our concealer. So we're just going to take this, put it the places that you want to highlight, which would be under your eyes, and this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer is a great one because it's creamy and easily blendable but still looks really natural. It's probably not the most full coverage concealer, but I think it does the job. So you want to create a triangle under your eyes like this because the light, when it naturally hits you, it comes down in a triangle shape. And we're also going to contour our chin a little bit, our forehead, and our nose area. So the more you highlight your face, the more that those high points are going to protrude a little bit. So if you have areas that you think are too big, you want to contour them more, or too small, you want to highlight them more. So now we're just going to go in with a sponge and blend. You can also do this with a tightly packed brush. I just like the sponge better. I think it blends out a little bit more naturally and picks up any extra product that you might have accidentally laid on. I blend each section at a time, so I'll blend my highlight and then my contour because I don't want my face to get muddy. I don't want the products to blend together too much. And don't be afraid to take that contour or that highlight shade that you're using under your eye on into your eye to use it as a eyeshadow primer base. So we're just lightly dabbing. We're not swiping because we want to just push the product in. We don't want to remove any of the foundation that we laid down. And the foundation that I used today all over my face was the L'Oreal Infallible Total Control Foundation with a brush. So now that we have our highlight all the way blended in, I'm going to bake my under eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I'm just tapping a bunch of product into the cap. And then I'm taking a Sephora Pro Contour brush like this, just picking up the product, tapping off any extra that might come on the brush, and then we're just pushing that into the skin, making sure we're getting really close to the eye, prevent any creasing that might happen. So we're going to leave that to bake while we do the rest of our face. I'm not going to set the rest of my face with powder yet because I still want to use those cream products. So we're going to divide up our face to use the different products. So on this side we're going to be using the Maybelline Concealer, the same product that we used for the highlight, just in a different shade. I'm in the shade 35 Deep for contouring. So basically what you're going to do is go from the top of your ear to about where your eyeball starts, and we're just going to draw a line all the way down. And then we're also going to take this, we're going to do our forehead with the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette, but you also want to go up, kind of create a C, so I'm just going to mark that out with this concealer too. And then you're going to pick up your sponge again, and you're just going to blend all that product out, making sure that you're pushing into the hairline and into the ear. And once you know where to place the cream products, it's actually super easy, and you're using products that are easily blendable. So as you can see, this side is done, and if you don't feel like it's dark enough because this color is pretty light, we're also going to be setting all of it with a powder, so it's going to deepen up. So now on this side, we're going to be taking the Wet n Wild Cushion Contour. This is a great contouring product. So basically you're just going to take your sponge and stick the tip right into the product, and then you're just going to bounce the product right where you would want it. So you're doing the same technique that you did with the concealer, but you just have the product right onto your sponge. And this product I think blends out a lot easier than the Maybelline. I'm just going to bring it over to this side. This is my favorite contour product to use. I think it's great and subtle and easily blendable. So now that we have both sides of our face done, we're going to move on to the forehead. So the main points that you want to contour your face, whether using powder or cream, you're going to go up into the forehead to your widow's peak, make a C here on both sides, and then you're going to want to contour your jawline and your nose. Obviously all of that is optional, but that would be the main parts that you could contour if that's something that you want to do. So this is the e.l.f. palette, and I've actually never used it before, so we'll see how this goes. And we're just going to pick it up on a tightly built packing brush like this. I'm going to take the lightest shade mixed with the medium shade. We're just going to do both of those together. Pick it up on our brush, and we're going to map out those areas. So we're just going to go on our forehead. I always kind of create a little bit of a deeper V there. And now we're going to blend. Awesome. So now that we've contoured our whole upper face, we are going to use the powder product to contour our nose and our jawline, just because I want it to be a lot less sharp of lines. I want it to be a lot more diffused. So we're going to move into the powder products. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is a great drugstore bronzer. So it comes with a brush like this, and it's very densely packed. It's not great quality, but it helps you get a straight line down your nose. And that's what's going to make your nose look a lot slimmer and more symmetric, is if you get straight lines on both sides. So I just lay the product down with this little brush just on the tip. And then I will go in with a eyeshadow blending brush and just diffuse that out so it's not so harsh. And then we're also going to set our whole face with this product. So everywhere we put the cream product, we're going to overlay it with the powder product. So I'm just picking it up on a MAC angled brush like this. And I'm going to first set my cheekbones, bring it up into my forehead. And this is just going to make sure that all of that cream product that you put down is set by the powder. Do this side. And then for our jawbone, I'm just picking up a little bit of product and I'm just doing light strokes like this. So you just want to create a little bit of a shadow where your jawbone starts to move into your neck. Same thing on the other side, just back and forth motions, starting from the jawbone down into the neck area. So now that we're done with that, we're going to wipe off our baking from under our eyes. I'm just using a big MAC powder brush. We're just wiping away any of that extra product. You can always leave the baking on while you're doing your eyeshadow routine in case you have any fallout. This is a really easy trick to just wipe away all that fallout and not have it settle into your concealer or highlight. And now just to set the rest of our face, we're just going to be using that same brush that we used with the translucent powder on it. And I'm just going in and setting any of those other places that we highlighted, just to make sure everything is set down. Now we're going to be taking our highlighting shade from Wet n Wild that's in the shade Boozy Brunch, and our highlighting brush, our Morphe Y14. And I'm just picking up a bunch of product, hitting that upper cheekbone, and then forehead, not going into that contour shade. And we're also going to be taking that highlight shade and going down the middle of our nose and making a point right at the top, just to make sure we have our exclamation point on our nose. And we're going to highlight our Cupid's bow. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I went ahead and finished my face. I used the Too Faced Natural Love palette to finish my eyes, and I added some blush from the Model's Own Sculpt and Glow palette. So I hope this video showed you that cream contouring and highlighting is intimidating, but it's not hard. And I also wanted you to see some different products that you could use that would easily blend out. Also, you know, a powder product that you can use to contour the difficult parts of your face that maybe you don't want to use cream, while also setting in that cream product. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more how-to videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. As always, have a great night, day, wherever you guys are, and you're valued and loved for who you are, and we will see you in my next video. Bye!